Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's been a good minute, man, but I'm back here to give you my honest review on the 1 year anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite. I can't believe y'all, it's been a full year and Dynamite has 1 year under their bag. This is awesome for that dude over there at the peasant company known as the WWE talking about well, pretty soon Vince is going to buy that peasant company. Well, this peasant company seems to be kicking your can every freaking week on Wednesday nights, Mr. Paul Lasevic. Um, Listen, this episode was great. Like I said, it was some hits and misses. But overall, let's go down the list. I'm going to talk about the four main matches. I'm not going to talk about everything else that happened. But I just want to give you my honest review on all four matches. And then I'm going to talk about the little stuff that happened in between. But let's go. Let's kick it off. So we kick it off with the tag team match. This match was good. I just didn't like all the stupid stuff that happened. The Rick Knox guy, the referee. Now, I've heard people say that he might be a crooked ref. I'm not sure because he was doing some stupid stuff. Like, how the heck you look at one of the members of FTR? I don't know if it was my man Dash Wilder or Cash. I get their names mixed up, man. Dan Wilder or Cash. I get them mixed up. I think it was my bald head guy. Dude had the title right. Rick Knox looked directly at him, then go dunk his head like he didn't see him have the time to try to cheat. I was like, come on, man, what the heck is going on? Y'all tripping, man. Like, really, like that's an automatic disqualification. No, they're not gonna lose the title. But that would have been their first loss. But because they did that, I'm like, what kind of botch is that? Like, that is a serious dumb botch. Then they went out there. My man Kip Saban was out there playing the arcade game. And who the heck plays an arcade game in the middle of a match? It makes no sense to be, but that spot was on purpose. They took Trent Beretta out there, threw him into the thing, so he was upset. Then you had Penelope, she was all mad, so she ran to the back to go get Miro. So they brought him back in the ring, and FTR was struggling. They realized that they cheated. They cheated the whole match because they realized they couldn't put the best friends away. But they did. They final finishing move, and the match was over. FTR retains the title. Like I said, good match. I just like the stupid stuff. So then we get to Jericho and them. Jericho in the ring with MJF. MJF had a big announcement. MJF was talking about somehow he looks up to Jericho and all this stuff, and then Jericho said, "Man, what'd you bring me out here for?" Then he also gave Sammy Guevara his jacket that he promised him, but the problem was the jacket was too doggone big. It just looked silly and sick. So they going back, they clowning. Jericho said, "Man, what is it? Do you want to join the inner circle or not?" And they said, "Let's go out and let's have a little champion steak dinner, 1-on-1. They're gonna have a steak dinner. I don't know how. It just sounds stupid to me, but that's what they plan on doing." Then we go to Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone. They was at the spa. They was clowning. She was screaming, talking about, "Yeah, he's naked." I'm like, just silly. Talking about she the baddest bee and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, let me tell you something, man. Let me give my honest opinion about Britt Baker. Britt Baker has become like she has worked on me. No, I didn't care about Britt Baker at first, but she has worked on me for real. Girl could talk behind all. She could talk. She's been this hero. She's taking this hero and she's running with it. And I like it. Deal is about Britt is the same way I feel about my girl Big Swole. Both of them got to get better in the ring. Both of them. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So then we get to the second match of the night, which was by far the best match on the whole show. Cody Rhodes versus Orange Cassidy. This match was great, man. But the ending, it ended with a no unfinished decision because the clock ran out. It was a 20 time limit, and they ran the whole 20 minutes. And also too, Mr. Brody Lee's squad, the Dark Order, his minions was out there. I'm like, and the referee was like, "What y'all clowns doing out here?" So they got thrown out. So I'm like, "What they doing there?" Then they kept looking up in the stands. Who was sitting up in the stands? Mr. Darby Allin. So I wonder what's the picture gonna be going into full gear. Is it gonna be a fatal four way for the TNT Championship? I'm not sure. But nobody wins this match, so we're getting a rematch. I don't know if it's next week or this week. We get a rematch for the TNT title. This match was great, best match on the whole show. Shout out to Cody, shout out to Orange Cassidy, man. I salute to both of the cats, man. So then, also too, throughout the entire show, you seen in the back Moxley and Lance Archer kicking each other's can, beating the brakes off each other all day long, man. It was just crazy. So next. we get the women's match. We get Hiki Rashid versus Big Swole. My honest opinion, this match was decent. I still think Big Swole need a lot of work in the ring. Hiki, she did what she had to do. I think see, cats had to have the chemistry. And I don't think Sheeta and Big Swole have that great of chemistry. You got to have great chemistry. If you want a match to be great, you got to. It was a lot of botches and a lot of mistakes that happened. But you know what, man? I'm taking my hat off to the women because at least they trying. And I want AEW to really take their women's division serious because the men's division is out of this world great. They know that if they get the women's division out of this world great, this is the greatest wrestling show on TV, period. I don't care nothing about WWE. I don't care nothing about NXT. I don't care about Impact. I don't care about New Japan. This right here will be the greatest wrestling show on the planet if they can get the women's division up the par like everything else. So Big Swole comes up short. She didn't win it. Hikira was still your AEW Women's Champion, and Nyla Rose was sitting out there watching. So we still got those two going at it because Nyla Rose got her rematch shots. But don't forget, Britt Baker also said that she is going up for the AEW Women's title at Full Gear. So I don't know what the title picture is. I don't know if that's going to be a triple threat going into Full Gear. Might be. Big Swole dealing with Penelope Ford because Penelope Ford called her out as she was talking. She was talking to my man. Man, what's the Hispanic dude name? The dude that the Young Buck Sweet Chin Music. Man, I forgot his name, but she was talking to him. And then Penelope Ford came out the woodwork and started disrespecting her. But let me tell y'all something. Big Swole got a clapback game out this world, man. I wish they would allow her to say what she said on Twitter. Allow that to be on TV because you're going to be Big Swole's characters right there. People who say that she don't have no chemistry. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot of people that can't stand Big Swole, and that's because of what she look like and what she stand for. And that's sad, man. I'm like, I wish wrestling went like that, but like I said, it is what it is, you know. So next, we had Matt Hardy out there with his family, and he talked about he's been cleared to wrestle and everything. So as he's been cleared to wrestle, this video pops up. And look who it is. None other than my man Sammy Guevara. Obviously, they not finished. Sammy Guevara said that you better be glad you still around because if it wasn't for me, your career would be over. So obviously, the beef ain't done. The beef, I thought the beef was finished. The beef is not done. So I don't know what they get ready to plan, but they get ready to have some kind of crazy matches coming up. But so we also had the tag team division out there because they was having like a lottery pick. So it's gonna be a fatal four-way to determine who will face FTR going to Full Gear. And all I know is the Young Bucks and what's my dude's name? Private Party. And it's two other groups that got picked. So all of these clowns are in that fatal four-way. I think it's SCU minus Scorpion Sky, and I think it's the Butcher to Blade. I might be wrong. So then they also announced the fatal. I mean the the 8-man tournament to determine who would face uh, Moxley going into Full Gear. So we got the heavyweights already in it. We got Hangman Page, Kenny Omega. We got the Lucha Bros is in it. That's a very interesting thing because I'm like, ain't they on the same team? They the tag team, right? And I'm gonna get to them in a minute. Then we had Colt Cabana and Jungle Boy and I think Warlow is in it too. I think Warlow. I might be wrong. But yeah, so we got all these clowns that's in it, right? So the predictable is gonna be Hangman Page versus Omega at Full Gear, and then whoever win that will face Moxley right afterwards. So we're gonna see how that stuff turn out. So after that, we move on to the main event. Moxley and Lance Archer was kicking each other's can all episode till we get to the actual match. Who comes out? Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Bros come out talking all this smack. So they was sitting on commentary, just sitting there, just chilling, watching the match. Said that I didn't tap to his thing. He didn't make me tap. He didn't make me submit. I'm owed the AEW title match. I'm owed it. So they playing the game. They playing around with this stuff. Moxley and Lance Archer tore each other up. They tore each other. They did everything on the planet, but Moxley retained his AEW title. So no titles changed on this 1-year anniversary episode. The match was great. So after the match, Moxley basically was in the ring. He was beat down. He was tore up. Then Kingston came in there act like he was finna do something. And once next thing you know, the Lucha Bros started beating the brakes off that man. They started beating him up. Uh, Eddie Kingston started beating him up, started cussing him out, saying all this crazy stuff, woo woo this, woo woo that. So we gonna see, man. Tune in to next week's episode. This is my review. Obviously, this is a decent episode. I enjoyed it. We 1 year in. AEW has 1 year under their bag, man. Can y'all believe that, man? This is excellent, man. I enjoy it. And by the way, I apologize. No NXT review. I haven't watched NXT for the last 3 weeks, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have, or last 2 weeks, to be honest with you. I haven't really been watching. So, like I said, it is what it is, man. But this your boy, Casey Phil. I'll let me.